Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Happy Sunday. I guess, actually, technically more important, happy end of the week. So it's been a long week for me, I tell you, boy. Obviously I'm all dressed up, just got back from school. So nice couple of days, learning and so forth, right? Getting my education, right? Kind of focusing on that. But hey, real quick, before we get started, a couple of things. Number one, just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who joined early in the week. I joined 21090 Brewing as a special host, guest, and so forth, right? So thank you to Andy and Todd. Really appreciate you guys for having me on your channel. And I would say also, I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to everyone on the channel here, my channel, who came over and watched me, right? So that was Tuesday night. So appreciate you guys and gals out there spending time, late in the evening and so forth. So thanks for watching. All right. So if you recall, last week I said, hey, give me some feedback, give me your thoughts, your insight, what bourbons, ryes are out there that are top of mind that you want to know whether or not is it worth buying, or should I just, as we say, leave it on the shelf, right? So a lot of great feedback, a lot of great suggestions that came in. And the one that, the one company, I should say, that kind of kept coming around quite often was actually Willett. So I decided to go ahead and review. This is Rowan's Creek, right? So if you recall, I've reviewed a couple of different Willett products in the past, right? So link above for, the Willett Family Estate, the rye. That's a 4-year rye. I reviewed that before. I also reviewed, I'm trying to think back here, Johnny Drum, right? So Johnny Drum, also made by Willett. Reviewed that as well a while ago. The big brother to this one, which I haven't reviewed yet, maybe that one's next, is Noah's Mill. That's another Willett product, right? So a couple quick facts about Willett. Again, you can watch the previous reviews and episodes for the more information about them. But Bardstown, Kentucky-based distillery. They've been, making bourbon and ryes for some time, very well known. When you think about Willett, you think about the number one bottle you'll typically see in every liquor store, for the most part, is the pot still, right? That nice, beautiful pot-shaped glass bottle. Looks nice, looks cool, right? Regardless of what you think of the juice, the actual bottle itself, from a branding standpoint, is pretty cool. So I'll give it that. But let's go ahead and talk about Rowan's Creek. So what else do we know about Rowan's Creek? So first and foremost, this one is named after John Rowan, and the creek, the Rowan's Creek, actually technically runs through the distillery. So it's actually on the property of the Willett Distillery. And I've done a tour here. I will say Willett Distillery is a beautiful, beautiful grounds, beautiful distillery, very nice. But yes, the Rowan's Creek actually does run through the Willett Distillery. So make sure you check that out on the tour. All right. Let's see what else we have. So from a price standpoint, the good thing about this one is actually relatively inexpensive. You'll typically find Rowan's Creek, let's call it the $35, $40 range, right? There's no exact age statement. It's typically a blend. It's like a small batch. That's probably, I would assume, anywhere from maybe like 5 to 6 years. And for the most part, typically pretty easy to find, right? Easy to find. You're not searching like all over to find it. For the most part, after maybe 1 or 2 liquor stores, you're gonna find Rowan's Creek, right? That's the cool thing about it, right? So that's a good thing. Nothing bad about that. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the nose. So let's get a little color here. Very nice, nice and dark actually. Beautiful chart of this bad boy. Kind of similar to my table. All right, nice and dark brown. All right, let's get into the nose. So this one comes in at, let me just double check. Yep, 100.1 proof. So 100.1 proof. So not bad on the nose. I give it some, tell you, for a $35 bottle of bourbon, the nose is actually not bad on this bad boy. Not bad at all. All right, your traditional bourbon notes for the most part. Okay, so a good blend of like caramel, not a ton of brown sugar, more caramel, vanilla, some honey, some cinnamon. Actually, a little bit of fruit as well, which is not interesting. Okay. but the fruit though is primarily, okay, more like on the like the blackberries kind of a note, if you will. All right. Well, nose standpoint, not bad. $35. I mean, yeah, I spend $35 all day long for a bourbon I actually don't have to hunt for. So as long as it's good bourbon, but we'll see. Who knows? Long week. Thank you. I always look forward to spending my Sundays with everyone out there. Cheers. All right. All right. Not bad. Okay. So a couple of things real quick. You know what? Before I even give you any feedback, let me get one more little sip in here real quick. One more. Hold on. I gotta finish it, right? I mean, it's the end of the week. Interesting. All right. I need a little bit more. I really do, actually, before I give a final decision. So I'm gonna pour another little sip. In the in between, I'll just say a couple things. If you haven't done thus far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also like this video. I would ask if you can also share it maybe with like 2 or 3 of your friends and ask them to subscribe as well as to like the video as well. So thank you very much in advance. But let's get back to the final judgment. So here we go. One last cheers. Okay. All right. The judgment is in. The court has made a decision. It's time for a verdict. Is this a buy or is it a leave on the shelf? Judgment is in. This is a no buy. All right. So you're probably wondering, Bourbon Notes, hold on. Why? Right? So let me break it down for you, okay? Number one, I feel like the palate on this one, I mean, everything did transfer from the nose to the palate, right? Everything I described. However, the only challenge was it was a little bland. It was okay, right? And when you're sipping bourbon, you don't want it just to be okay. Not that everything has to be like the best bourbon in the world, but you want it to at least be something that's enjoyable, right? Something that you can sit back and enjoy when you're hanging out and cutting up with your friends, family members, and so forth, right? So what are other options out there? Let me hit you with it. All right. Old Tub, the winner from last week, $25 bottle, right? Just as good, if not probably slightly better actually than that one. Just one. Knob Creek single barrel, aged 9 years at 120 proof. A $40 bottle that is way, and I mean way better than Rowan's Creek. Just got to keep it real, honestly. And you can find this all over also. All right. And last but not least, this is the bottled and bond version, but $17.92, right? And I actually really meant $17.92 small batch. However, the bottled and bond both range anywhere from 30 to 40 bucks also, right? Both, again, just as good, if not slightly better than Rowan's Creek, right? So at the end of the day, honestly, you guys know me, I'm gonna keep it real, straight up 100% of the time, right? This is a decent product, but when I sip bourbon, I'm enjoying it, especially if I have friends over, I wanna really enjoy it. That's the reason why. Hey, again, thank you for watching the channel. If you haven't done thus far, please again, make sure you subscribe. Peace out. Talk to you next week. Later.